Please help support the channel by visiting our Amazon store, affiliate link below.
This is happening right now. We learned this yesterday after I recorded the show. Simon Kinberg is really kind of blowing everyone's mind right now in regards to where X-Men is, where things are going, and what's going to happen before the Disney merger. And I feel in regards to that Deadpool information that that what they're trying to do at Fox is just release it all. They're just going to release it all. They don't even care anymore. They're going to drop it whenever the hell they can before the merger takes place, because Disney, for one, is not going to intervene on any of that, even though fans don't want X-Men Dark Phoenix to come out anymore. Even though there is the argument to be made, and someone will make the argument, and I want to clarify a point there. Yes, it is finishing up that storyline, which I understand. At the same time, it's a mixed bag. But anyway, I've said my piece about Dark Phoenix. But what we've learned is more about Gambit, a movie that should have already been out, considering the fact that Channing Tatum said he was playing the role during Comic-Con 2015, when you had all the cast, including Channing Tatum, on stage in Hall H. I know, I was there. And then nothing since then. He's gone through more directors than I've gone through pairs of underwear in that time. I'm kidding, or am I? But ultimately, now we're learning that Gambit is not going to be a heist movie anymore, which is what it was originally billed as, but it's going to be a romantic comedy? What the hell is going on at Fox? No, we want to make Gambit a romantic comedy. Why do they want to make it a romantic comedy? Because it worked for Deadpool. Deadpool 1 was in essence a romantic movie. It was a date movie. It was a romantic comedy. At the end of the day, that is what it was. Deadpool 2 was a family film. They're not lying in regards to that. They're not lying in how they're playing that whole thing out. But anyway, it says here that the new X-Men movie trailer is scored with the Doors song The End, but maybe it won't be. There are still a few X-Men movie projects in the pipeline, although their future is surely somewhat in doubt because of the Disney acquisition. One of those projects is Gambit, the long-in-development solo movie for the X-Men's most Cajun, most hilariously accented member. The guy who directed the new X-Men movie, Simon Kinberg, is doing press around the film, which, okay, to be fair, he's doing press around the film right now. The movie opens in February. He's doing press right now. There's something so wholly off about this at this moment in time. It feels like such a huge damage control situation, right? It's like, oh, we released the trailer. Now the director is going to be going out. Aren't they shooting reshoots? Aren't they still in the process of doing reshoots right now? So again, it's very much a weird situation. They are pushing this movie at a very odd time, and I think they're doing it in the lead up to Venom. I think they're doing it in the lead up to Venom. Now, it says here that Channing Tatum is still attached to the star as a character, but Kinberg told IGN that what they're going for with it is a romantic comedy, saying here, you know, when I say romantic comedy, I use a term loosely, in the same term that I would use the term Western for Logan loosely. It's not like they're gunslingers at High Noon and Logan, it's just a vibe. And I would say the vibe of Gambit is has a romantic or sex comedy vibe to it. While it also very much is a superhero movie with villains and heroes, all of these movies are. But he goes on to explain that the character of Gambit is a hustler and a womanizer with a swagger that lent itself to a romantic comedy. Saying here, I've read a lot of X-Men comics where Gambit's behavior felt like the polar opposite of that, but what do I know? Yeah, Simon Kinberg, what do you know? You're like the Kevin Feige for freaking Fox's Marvel movies. And what do you know? Apparently, you're just throwing anything at the wall at this point. Would I agree that would I agree that Gambit is a womanizer? Absolutely. Could I see that being a part of the particular film? Yeah, sure. You want him to be, you know, have the swagger, to have the mystique about him, to have the charisma, the attitude. You want him to be that type of character because Gambit ultimately is that type of character, and it would play well to what it is you're trying to do. But when you're trying to pitch the movie to get fans excited, to get fans wanting to come to the theater, and you're all like, Gambit's going to be a romantic comedy, in the same way that Logan was considered a Western. Logan was an excellent Western in tone, sure. But the last thing we want when we look at Logan and we kind of apply it to the Western mentality, it's more like Unforgiven, right? In that particular regard, where you can see what they're going for stylistically, thematically, the way that James Mangold directed the movie, the way that it was, you know, that it used themes and locations and dusty or dirtier locations. It set the tone. What is the tone going to be here? Is the tone going to be like The Breakup starring Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston? Is that what the tone of Gambit's going to be? Nobody wants that. Nobody's asking for that. They want superhero movies. Yeah, they want them poignant. They want them to have oomph and chutzpah and spunk and moxie, and they want them to be true to the characters. No one is going to sit there to go like, I want to take my girlfriend to go see Gambit. I don't know why I did that accent, but I just did. It just happened. It was the thing. Deal with it. Well, let's move on. But no, I mean, no one wants it. No one wants it. I don't get it. Is it just let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks? I mean, I saw the image this morning from Empire magazine of the X-Men in their costumes, and it's like, it looks terrible. Even Professor X's chair looks like it was built from IKEA. It just looks flimsy as shit. And I don't know what they're doing. I don't know I don't know how it's going to play. I also don't like the fact that it sets in the 90s when the first movie was set in the 60s. So it's been a 30-year gap, yet they all only look like 5 years older. So go figure on that one. The mutant gene really does kind of slow down the aging process, right? Anyway, Gambit as a romantic comedy. How would that work? If it's because again, it's not going to be like, When Harry Met Sally sort of thing. It's gonna, it's gonna be in theme. So it's gonna be him teaming up with whomever, and that's gonna be where the sparks are gonna fly, right? That's gonna be where there's gonna be a lot of will they, won't they, will they, won't they, will they, won't they. There's clearly feelings, there's clearly emotions. They get themselves in suggestive situations. Are they gonna have a scene where they almost have sex, and that's gonna be part of it? Oh no, the sexual tension is so insane in here. You could cut it with a charged up freaking playing card. I mean, yeah, I can get it. And I know people out there are gonna probably sit there in the comments and go, yeah. They've done this kind of stuff before, but is it really what you want to see? Is when you think of okay, when you were pitched the idea of Logan, that it was a take on Old Man Logan, the last Hugh Jackman Wolverine movie, and you know the concept, you know what they're going for, you have a general idea of it, and you go, okay, I get what they're going for with this. I can understand it. I can visualize it. I can see it. And you're like, okay, so it's like a Western. It's like Unforgiven. I get that. And then you head over and you're looking at romantic comedy for Gambit, and you're just all like, I'm sorry, come again? Can the acquisition with Fox or Disney please just come faster? Can it just come faster? I'm down for Channing Tatum as Gambit. I'm down to see him as Remy LeBeau. I am down for all of that to take place. I'm down for a heist movie that has comedic elements, has sexually charged energy. I'm fine with that. But you don't sit there and go, well, he's a womanizer and it's going to be like a romantic comedy. It worked for Deadpool because they marketed it as that. And the core concept of the film was that. The core elements of the story was about getting Vanessa back and the comedy of errors to get there. Like, I get that. This, no. Hey, thanks for checking out this clip from $3 Theater. If you want to get the full audio version of the episode, you can find it anywhere podcasts are found. If you want to watch the video version of it, head on over to patreon.com/Mundane Matt and take a look at our $3 Theater perk, which gets you access to the full show that airs Monday through Friday. It's a video version of it. You get to look at this face, talk about movies and everything else on screen. It's great stuff. It helps out, and I really appreciate the support. Remember to please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.